you're on this side of the planet. If you're on far side, good morning and yeah, wherever you are. So I just finished watching live stream from with Tom Holland talking about the whole Ryan Bowen situation at Knuckles Up. Uh, so I'm up to speed about everything. If you haven't seen it, you can go and watch it. Hear it from Tom. Um, I I heard about there were some shenanigans at the weigh-ins. At the start, I didn't believe it. I thought like maybe someone is making something up or something like this and this and this. But then more and more people are telling me that Ryan really didn't weigh in himself, weighed in 48 hours before, and some other stuff. And yeah, if zero audio, damn it. Can you hear me now? It's still zero audio. Uh, guys, now everything should be fine, guys. Yeah, I'm just checking if the live stream and everything works. I have to reset the studio. Yes, perfect, perfect audio. Thank you, guys. So I just finished watching the stream of from Knuckles Up with Tom Holland about whole situation with Ryan Bowen. So I've been sitting on this information for a week because listen, I heard things before the match, and at start I didn't believe it. I thought like maybe it's something, maybe because Ryan was telling everyone like he made the weight and he's gonna make the weight and everything else, and I thought like why couldn't he make weight? So I kind of hold on to it, but then more and more people, like I texted Bogdan, I texted Big Laws, everyone who was there. This is why I think everyone booed Ryan at the end, knew the situation. Um, and it all comes down to like it's not a big problem if like if we agree to pull and you say like I can't come down to your weight, I'm gonna weigh this, and if you want to pull, you can pull someone. You can always say no to a match. It's fine, and Tom will pull you pretty much at any weight, right? If he feels like it makes sense and he could be in a match, he's gonna pull you, like and yeah. Is it still cutting in and out, guys? Let me know. I'm hearing half of what you're saying. What is going on here? Refresh and everything's blue pulled your soul under the table. 1043. Okay, I hope everything can hear me. Yeah, guys, refresh the page if this is cutting out. Sorry. Anyway, if you didn't watch it, I can go and explain what happened. But like we've been sitting on this and kind of knowing about this for a week, but we just didn't want to talk about it on the fix. I hope that Orion will go out and actually, like, literally be a man and take this because it's literally on him. He made agreement. He wanted to come down to 85 kilos, 86 kilos. He messaged me while I was in Arm Wars, and I said it on interview with Tom. I said like he messaged me today and asked me about the rematch if he beats you, and I said sure, we're gonna do it at 85, and he said no problem. So he's like I'm 91 kilos now. I'm cutting down. Well, clearly there was so much shenanigans. Guys, go refresh the page. I hope the yeah. Why didn't he come and explain himself? I don't know. He's making this whole situation even worse. But listen, so when I pulled Ryan, like I don't know what he's telling, like he's sometimes says he's like 91 or what. Listen, when I pulled Ryan, I remember I was here sitting on my computer when he texted me on a Wednesday and asked me if he can weigh in. I know it was Wednesday because I was still home and I arrived on Thursday for our match. So I arrived on Thursday. Friday was supposed to be the weigh-ins. So and I was like, sure, weigh in. I felt really good, and I think he did the water cut. He was much bigger when the match happened. Like I think yes, he wasn't training in the gym and some other stuff for sure, but like he was bigger, much bigger than me on the day of the match. Yet people are pretending like, oh, poor Ryan, like I made him do a weight cut. Like it's not a problem when he says like come down to 85, 86. He's gonna look and pursue some more Shia. We all know these are crazy goals, but it's good to have these goals. The problem is like all this like perfect weight cut. Like I saw the post, I saw the comments, I saw what people are saying, and it was like it's craziness. It's absolute craziness. So what I heard, and I can tell you what I heard. So first of all, he ignored the message. Like he texted the guys because I seen the screenshots because I have the screenshots. People send me the screenshots, and I see the all the conversations. And it's not a secret. If anyone asks anything, everyone has literally can back everything up. So Ryan asked Knuckles Up guys about can he weigh in like less or something, and then they said talk to Tom because it's their agreement, right? But if you're like, I think if you're an arm wrestler and you say we're gonna pull here at this weight, you kind of deserve it to the weight class. I can't say I'm pulling at 100 kilos and then I'm saying I'm a 90 kilo puller, right? If I've never been at 90 kilos. Um, and he kind of texted Tom, and he kind of ignored him like when Tom said like no, you cannot do this, you can't do this, you have to weigh in here. Then on a day of weigh-ins or day before the weigh-ins, he texted and he said like he made weight. I heard those sketchy things about the weights, his weights, because if I'm correct, Tom said when he stepped on Bowen's scale, they showed him that he weighs 75 kilos. And Lauren Shawley can go on say this on a record. He weighs 300 pounds. On his weights, it was 280 pounds. So did he even make the weight? I don't know. Even if he did it alone in his room, which this is not how you do the weigh-ins. Like this is not. I think arm wrestling is like let's not make it even sketchier. And I just don't know why he did this. Like listen, like do you guys like why would you if you know you're not going to make it, just say it. It's fine. You can try to make the weight again. Cool. But like it's craziness. It's absolute craziness. I don't understand why we need these things. Like why would you go and like Tom's the nicest guy. And first my first thought was Tom allowed him to weigh in. And I said to Tom, I said, Tom, if he's asking for early weigh-ins, don't allow him. And he still allowed him to be like 4 or 5 kilos over. Like he allowed him that. Like that's 10 pounds. He allowed him that. And yet on a day of weigh-ins, he stepped on the scale was 99. Such a craziness. That's like 3 weight classes between them. Like Tom could just not eat lunch and dinner and be at 79, 78 kilos, like easy. Like this is how. So and I thought the match was okay. It was great. I think there was a lot of weird calls on the side of for Tom, but anyway, I just think like listen, like I don't know why Ryan does this, why he keeps doing this. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like let's see what the chat says, but yeah, Ryan Bull Bellinger. We had a match, and I knew he's gonna come in much bigger than me. He came, he weighed in, he cut everything. Like that was agreement. Like he did it in front of me on the official weights, while I think James Reed was there. checking the weights, right? So this is how you do it if you do a gentleman's agreement, right? If it's a competition or anything, then the like on East versus West, there's always a person that checks the weights. Either it's been sometimes it's me, it's sometimes been Christo, and if someone doesn't make weight, they go and run because again, this is agreement. This is agreement for the weight classes. I just yeah, yeah. Like I will pull Ryan, but he's like I'm now closer to 80 kilos than 85, right? So if he wants to pull me at 85, I'm gonna pull him at 85, but he has to make weight. Like he has to make weight. And I don't think he really can. I think he was close, but then he kind of blew up and I don't fucking know what's Ryan. Literally. I don't know. Dude's one of the most interesting people in arm wrestling, yet he keeps doing these things. Well, we just don't understand like why. Yeah. Um, when Thor beat his record, okay, I think it's so dumb having weight classes since they're way overweight at the match. When should be few hours before match. If you're too dehydrated or hungry, it's a problem. Don't see. I think so too. I think it would be more realistic. I think it's a little bit we're abusing the system and a lot of like first of all like as an athlete there's Giannis, right? He's getting older, so he gained like 3 kilos. Like he's never been over 80 kilos, I think. Like I don't think ever. So he's been on a weight for 25 years on his weight class, and like that is discipline and whatever you call it, but like literally discipline. You live, because if you let yourself go, you have to come down, and it's kind of torture to the body. I would be all for same day weigh-ins because it allows us even now. Like if I say like okay, in the last Europeans I cut like 5 kilos to go to 80. I was like I can make that cut. If I'm weighing 82 kilos, I can pull 77 kilo class with a day like 1 day extra. Like it's like if you know how to do weight cuts and everything, it's not that hard when you actually are somewhere close to the weight. But if we're like walking around 100 like UFC fighters, and then you go through this absolute madness, and then you blow up, and then I don't know. But it's part of the sport. I would be all for it on the same day weigh-ins. I think that would be, yeah, yeah. On the note, Aljan is a Chad for weighing like 104 and holding 105. Yeah, yeah. Aljan is, yeah. Didn't Ryan weigh in at 85 and then crowded afterwards? Right? Do you think you can beat Denis Yaplenko? Absolutely. Absolutely. In his prime, most likely. I wouldn't even try now, but in his prime, no problem. For the most part, it would be the same guys pulling each other, just their natural weight, other than a few outliners that don't cut weight already. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that are always on weight, like they don't have to cut weight for any weight classes. Tom is that weird one because he's like lean machine. He's lean, and he could get to 80. He could pull at 85, and even at 90. Yeah. Allergen versus Ryan Bowen. Same day weigh-ins could be more dangerous for athletes. Well, like you like so um powerlifting, like IPF powerlifting, they are doing weigh-ins 2 hours before the competition, or even sometimes I think it's 2 hours. So you're gonna weigh in. If you don't make the weight, you really can't compete at all, and then you compete, and then you have to lift. So everyone there knows like they can't really do big cuts, so they cut 1-2 kilos maximum because they know like if you go harder, you will not perform. You can't, like you can't. So I think it would fix itself instantly because the worst thing you're really weak. You're really weak, and when you're really weak, you're just gonna lose, right? So if you don't harm yourself in any other way, you will be just weak and just gonna lose, you know. Um, yeah, I don't think it's like the weigh-ins we have. Everything is fine. It's how it is. It's fine. We have the system, and it's fine, right? But it was just agreement. Like, why would you? And then go out and make the like saying like you made the weight at 85. I don't believe. I really don't believe Ryan weighed the weight. I don't from every single thing I heard, and I was keeping my distance at the beginning because I thought like maybe someone's saying something, maybe something's over saying something, but I couldn't understand it. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Take place. Yeah, I'm just checking. We have a huge chat, and everyone for Armors is interested in this one. Um, I still don't get it. Ryan was weighing alone. Ryan weighed himself 48 hours without anyone. Send the video to Tom. Like, how do you know the weight is not manipulated or scales are not manipulated or those are not official ones? And like, you don't do those things. Like, you don't. Like, there's a lot of ways how to cheat weights, right? And weigh in or whatever. If you have to, even like most things, if he would be like 88 kilos, it would still say fine. It's okay. 90, fine. It was 99. Come on, dudes. It's craziness. Um, Yeah, he like Bowen is disqualified. They gave a win to Tom. I think the match should just be void. This is why I put the poster up. Like void the match. Like there's no like Tom doesn't fucking want that. Like why would he want to take this? Like come on, just leave it. Just if it's also you can leave the match on, but you put the stipulation that this wasn't like Ryan did not make weight. The same as like in UFC, like there's title matches or something, and guy doesn't make weight, you lose half of your person. It's not a championship match, and I think everything should be a little bit more put there. You won't get all the silliness at Arm Gods, right? Who muscle bike? Yeah. Sounds like knuckles up issue. Like it's not because they're not doing weight classes. It was more literally Ryan asked for the match at this specific weight. Even like he's also like taking 86 kilo class, which literally doesn't exist. It's a slotty class, and IFA still use it, but for the most part of the world, it's 85 kilos, right? So 85 kilo class, 86. It's you can say you can pull, and everyone can make up their own, but if we talk where the people are really aiming, like that's Samushi's class, that is 85 kilos. Um, why isn't there an official weigh-in? Because they were official weigh-ins where everyone did weigh-in, right? Check their weight and if someone made an agreement and everything else. It's craziness. WAP championships are week long. Weigh-ins need to have varying terms per event. So WAF championships, they change the rules for the weigh-ins a lot of times because a lot of people found ways to go to beat the system. The most you can do right now is whoever you're pulling, you can weigh in 2 days. Let's say if you're pulling right arm and tomorrow is left arm and you're, let's say, junior, you can do, weigh-ins at Wednesday and pull left arm Thursday and right arm Friday. Um, but it used to be like juniors could weigh in just one time. And of course, they changed the rules because a lot of juniors abuse the rules. And then I've seen people cutting weight twice, which is absolutely craziness and should not be done. And then I have seen people going up a weight class because they can't get the weight, right? So I don't know. Yeah. Why did Knuckles Up allow it? So what? Devon did it. Why is no one mad at him? Devon made the weight. Devon went through everything. He, like between the rules, weigh-ins for East versus West is early morning Friday, usually 8 o'clock. And he did the weight. He weighed in, then he rehydrated and competed like everyone else. Like this is like what like people like, oh, he's not at the weight. Yeah, but he made the weight. That's the most important. If someone says like this is the weigh-in time, you have to be on weight here. Cool, done. Right? Just like that. But if you say like, you can be at any weight all the time, no one cares. Yeah. 100 kilos is the new 85. Weigh-ins are just like lifting your elbow. Did they call a foul? No, it was legal. Like there's different rules and different different promotions. Everyone does it a little bit differently, but I don't see that much problem with weigh-ins when you do it. And I just think the problem here was just like this, like saying that he made the weight. Where I really don't believe he did. I don't. From all the things that you can ask, big laws, his weights were not right. Um, yeah, as long as you make the weight, it's okay. Exactly. If we agree to this, and the weight is here. Boom. Even if we both come and we're kilo over, and it's not a title match or something, or we don't have to be, or it's between us. When it's a super match, most of the time it's between you, right? Two athletes. We both agree we can be 2 kilos, but fine, it's not a problem when it's agreement from both sides. But yeah, it's craziness. Don't you think it's craziness? No, I'm gonna go to Tbilisi for East versus West at the same date, so I'm not gonna be. Vasil was asking me about um, Hardanger Open. No, yeah. How is Devon getting special treatment? Armwrestling. I have to see. Why not allow this? Why is Devon getting special treatment? When did Devon get special treatment? I want to hear Giannis about this.
Call Giannis.
Hmm?
Call Giannis.
I call Giannis, middle of night. Giannis, get up. This is important. Bowen cheated on weight. Vasil, no, I'm not gonna go to Hardanger. Bowen probably had a band strapped to his back being pulled up by someone. Listen, if I have weights and I'm alone making a video, I can manipulate those weights if they're good weights, however I want. There's an option where when you put up your glass, and you're gonna buy something in the glass, so you put it so it takes away the weight of the glass, and then you pour something in, and it knows exactly how much you poured in, right? It's exactly if I'm filming myself or something, it's just like, no, this I think it's no. So Tom says he didn't okay Ryan weighing in 40 hours beforehand. He said he wanted Ryan to weigh 90 next morning. Did Ryan say publicly that Tom was okay with him weighing in 48 hours before? No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did. We can go and watch. I saw some posts from him, but let me check those posts. Thank you, Robert Gold, for support. So the thing was, Ryan sent him a message, and I could read it, but I'll leave it alone. But he sent him a message and said, like, oh, like, this is my weight. He said the video, and he said, just don't show the video. And Tom's like, cool, and I will have no problem if you tomorrow weigh like 90 kilos. And he ignored that message, like literally ignored that message, and then came in 99. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just craziness. I'll much want to hear what Ryan will say. I think he should have just, like, clearly. I don't see where he can find a way where this is not like how we see it is, because it's all documented. It's been so many people there. Let me check where I can find it. Okay, I'll read it. And of course, like, that's not it. That's not it. So Ryan, please don't post a vid. I look shocking in my jocks. Yeah, bro, you probably done a bit premature though, because weighing is until tomorrow. Lol. I won't post anything, mate. Thanks, mate. I'll owe you beers. That was like literally. He, like, from the first to the second, he ignored him for 2 hours, then responded 1 hour later. All right, Friday. All right, mate. I'm happy for you to be 90 kilo for weighing today. Just say it's 86. And he was willing to lie for him. I have this. can't make these things up. I can't make these things up. I just don't know. He should have gone on a. He should have just say it and just leave it alone. And I think that's the way to do it. Yeah. Um. Henry, is that was what I'm missing here? Anthony is a professional athlete. It's your responsibility to make weight and abide by the rules. Oh yeah, delusional series. Oh, I forgot about those. Yeah. Yeah. I live streaming on YouTube channel with them live clown yesterday. He said that people at the event that Tom allowed him to weigh in early, which he never did. Like, I just don't know why. Why? Plus, they asked Ryan to be on a live stream. They asked him to maybe come out and just say something and just leave it alone. Like, match wasn't where it was supposed to be. Done. Right. I don't believe Ryan didn't know that there's always a weigh in when you have to do weigh-ins. Like it's for me it's craziness. Craziness. Yeah. Um. Let me check. Okay, Ryan Thomas Bowen. Thanks for Brutal War. That's one. Cowboy. Okay, I think he made a post right on Facebook or somewhere. I don't want to go like a detective through this stuff, but it's kind of interesting, to be honest. I've given the solid facts, and some people still don't believe it. Fair play. Like how who doesn't believe it? Yeah. Yeah. Where is it? Straight to jail. It's not it. Yes, so I see like three different. Okay. Oh, he did made a post, right? There was a post. I don't see the post. There, Ryan. Did you delete this? Did he delete this? Because there was Denise Tullier, Craig Tullier. Samushi at 85 kilos seems doable now. That one, I think you can absolutely do it. I think you can do it. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I'm pretty sure Devon will be 140 kilos soon. I have it on good sources. The cats in his house talk. Bowen is armwrestling, the power illusion. Okay. 97 believe you did the right thing. There will always be some trolls already. Like who talks like it's craziness? Yeah, Ryan did delete it, right? Facebook. There was like a post, and I was tagged in, and even Ozzy responded to me like, "Yeah, Ryan made weight," and I was like, "Just wait." Because I literally heard differently. I heard it from the go. I texted Bogdan Stoika. I was I'm like, Ryan was eating 48 hours before. I asked, "Are you going to make weight?" He said, "Tom is such a gent. He allowed me to weigh in today." I asked Tom immediately. Tom said, "Really?" I never agreed to that. I just read the messages to you guys. Oh man. Yeah. Hi, Diane. Have to say hi. Devon's clone is also. Smushy for sure. Yeah. Then we just need a photoshopped image of your scales. That one's right. Right. He's pulling Gennady at 85 kilos. Gonna get split in half. He wins by default. Man. Book woman. Adam. Fake wife. What he had his wife. Curly hair. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I will wait. We'll see what Ryan does, how he will respond to this. But it's just call Ryan. Ryan, I have you on a hot take here. Listen, no, I don't know. Special weigh-ins. I actually competed a week ago in the tournament. I didn't eat breakfast, and then I didn't drink water, and I came in and I weighed in at 85 because I had to, right? Because they will not allow me to pull 85 if I'm not 85. With different people looking at me, This is how it usually works. Gennady pulled out Devon, is pulling Mindaugas at 75. Listen, none of the Larratt, no one from Larratt family, maybe except Jody, could beat Mindaugas. So we all know that. We all know that. Take the match. Where's Tom Holland? Wait, did Ryan win or lose? Ryan won the match. Like, I think that like the problem is with the shenanigans. Like, him winning the match is fine. I think it's all like, he pulled good. He got injured. He pulled very well, in my opinion. I was really surprised in some positions where, because I expected the match to be completely different. I think also Tom, he won the match. The problem is not that. Problem is he's now contender at 85 kilos, and So I did make the weight in 2019 or 18 at 70 kilos. Called Daniel Ostinov. I think I'm ready. I made the weight then, but it's fine. I had witnesses, so it's just funny. Paul Lynn has been really quiet. Oh yeah, he like thanked Paul Lynn in that post. Like, I'm not crazy. Did someone saw the post? Can someone go and check if there is still that post? Yeah, it's Paul Lynn's fault. He's won Ryan. Said advice weight cut program. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to get Hermes on for pod. He's been dodging me. For like 3 days, and I'm like, tomorrow. He's like, maybe Friday. Friday we'll have Godzilla. I thought it was today, but we kind of misunderstood each other. I want to get Michael, Godzilla, and Hermes at least before this week, because I think those are good ones. I have some videos also prepared coming out, and like, I don't want to take away any attention from East versus West, but I just had to, I just had to. Yeah, also big podcast with Devon. I think everyone here saw it for sure. If you haven't seen it, but yeah, I think it's just funny. Like, I think it's so funny. It's crazy. Like, why? We don't need this. He could have come out and said, like, I can't make weight, 90 kilos, fool, no problem. He say, like, next time I'm gonna make 85. We're like, cool, Ryan, do it. But he didn't. So I think that's where the biggest problem is for everyone. Like, yeah. And literally, like, Tom he doesn't even fill out like 85 kilos. Yeah. Yeah. What else has happened in arm wrestling? Like, kind of miss when Ryan was making the news all the time. But yeah, I'm checking. What else? Okay, there's not much. Let's see the chat. What's going on here? Right, could turn into woman and be number two right after Barbora. And Gabi, you forgot Gabi. Um, Seems like Ryan is his own worst enemy. Yeah, I feel like sometimes he is. I don't understand why, but he keeps doing those things. I think he pulled very good. Like I think he pulled, and I know Tom is really really strong. Tom is really really strong. Um, yeah. Mhm. Ryan, if you're here, you want to come on, let me know. We'll get you. We'll talk. We'll see what happens. We'll bring peace to this. Robert Ryan said it to Bogdan Stoiker. He was telling people you were cool with it. Who are those people? Like, Engin Ermes Dennis life was really good. What are your thoughts on who Dennis should pull in May? I really don't know. If like, clearly not Devon, but I think it is good to have him back. But we need to again protect him. He's not the same guy. He's not the guy that he's not the guy we want him to be right now. So I think slowly putting on a path, just finding him opponent, whatever, and slowly going up. But problem is with someone as big as Dennis, some matches just doesn't make any sense, you know, and it feels like But Adam says hi. Adam, I think so. I don't know. Ryan caught me off guard with coming inside every round. I expected a King's move, but he told me he wasn't confident to try King's move, so fair play to him in that sense. Yes. Um, if someone read it out for themselves, because that first sentence is very dodgy. They right now seems healthier. Would like to see if Dennis is anything for him. Yeah, like could be him and Dennis, but and Dave, but I don't know. Like, it's so like imagine we burn him again. We just burn him. We give him like okay, he pulled John, but John was still like weight classes below him, right? And but if you give him someone from the heavyweights and it burns him too fast, I don't know. But I think like listen, Engen's gonna find him a good opponent, and they will figure it out. And I think whatever we just have to forget that he's Dennis, what we saw before, and if we allow him and give him enough time, we might see that Dennis again. Like let's hope that happens. But if we just give him too much, and again he's like I'm not that level, he will just quit, and it's so easy. But I'm 100% sure Engin is onto it and working to fix it. Um, After this is over, we can just have Ryan Bowen promotions anymore. Nah, everything's gonna be fine. I think everyone can redeem themselves, but just come out clean and say how it is, and just get on with it. It's fine. Just take it on the chin. Shit happens. I made this account when he was giant pumpkin. Now it's left arm. uh, Dennis wouldn't even feel Brian. Yeah, like you put Brian versus Dennis. Imagine Dennis loses, it will not come back. Imagine Brian loses, he has nothing to gain from that. So there's matches that literally because they feel like cool, but they just don't make him. They don't make any sense. Yeah, I think even Corey's Wests are maybe even too much for the first match back. Ray, any idea what's going on with the E versus pay-per-view core spots? Because is KOT still a thing? Yes, King of Table is still a thing. Um, King of Table will be back. It just what I heard, the explanation was we did event already from King of Table in North America, so we're going to do one East versus West, and then most likely this next one is King of Table. So two East versus West in a row, and then King of Table, and however there is, I don't know. But yeah, it's not gone anywhere. It's coming back. As far as I know, it's coming back. Um,
pay-per-view will be available. So now there's changes and some things need to change and some of course agreements and contracts and things like that. So they are working on it, but don't worry. Like most people will still buy it on the last day. But what I heard, it's very close to finish, and most likely next week we'll see where we can get the pay-per-view. So there's changes coming for sure, and I think whatever works, whatever is the best deal, is the deal that people take. But it's not up to me. It's Robert, Dexter, Engin knowing these things better, and I think they will do it. Yeah. Um, did a home weighing. He was supposed to be, but he came at 90. Next day he was 90, and then made a video about his great cut. Yes, that's pretty much sums it up. I think about Raker versus Leonidas. Listen again. Like I don't want to burn Leonidas too fast, and I think the kid Borman is really good. Like just give him any opponent just to see where he is. Like if the thing is we don't know where Don Underwood was. Like we just don't know, right? Don looked like in shape, but you don't know. So I would love to put him in a mix in heavies and see who he can pull any match, and after then we can make assumptions because it's like he probably was really strong. Like I don't know if there was an after pulling of knuckles up, but I think there's potential is crazy. We just need to put him in a one more match or something before you can figure out Rickard versus Schoolboy. That could be. It's a good match for him, even if he loses. Yeah. So he's a new rising star, like, but we just don't know where he is. Right. Give Derek Smith. No, let's leave Derek Smith alone. Let's not risk him losing. How does one get a hold of you? Looking to call up, but their potential partner, potential partner together. Uh, Send me a message on Instagram, Coach Rakes, or Facebook. If I don't respond, it sometimes gets buried in my unread ones. So just text it again and text it again. And most likely I will see. So sometimes I just have notifications, then I open, close, and I just miss something. So I apologize. Bus Day, the Ryan Day, love Day, hate. At this point, he's the villain. Good for his brand. People want to watch him lose now. I think it's always been the case with Ryan. Like people really wanted to see him lose. Um, but now I kind of want to see him win more. But I want to see him win where like if he says like I'm now 86, boom, be at 86, but be at 86, and he was doing really well, like like he was like 93, but then I don't know, he kind of blew up, went up, now down, like, because that's a crazy re-roll. Like if I do carnivore, I'll eat carbs, yes, I will gain, but I can't get that much for sure. um Ricard versus Matt Mask or Schoolboy. uh, has Dennis competed in weight class below super heavyweight top tournaments in the past? I don't remember him. I think he was always super heavyweight. Yeah. You want to say something?
Me?
No?
No, just that the
That video, yeah?
video
Mhm.
he's proud of himself,
Uh huh.
like he made the weight.
Like, dude, like, why? Like, dude, why? If Fia loses, which I don't believe, will Devon say to her, not everyone can be a champion? I'm 100% sure that Devon will say that to Fia. Not everyone can be a champion, right? Not everyone can be a champion. AMC Ferret versus Prime Dennis. How much healthier for Dennis? How much he weighs? Like Dennis doesn't look that big, but he's very thick. Like he's uh, he's like made of stone. I remember 2018 when he pulled Devon. I touched him and he literally felt like solid surface. Um, this would never happen if Ingrid was calling everyone enemies. We need more technical audio issues like we can expect. Don't worry, everything will be fixed. Everything will be fixed.
Some water?
Yes, please. Ah, guys, just don't judge me. Yes, lemon. Just water.
Just water.
We got this at Walmart in Atlantic City. Bet like 125. Yeah, I think he's somewhere there. Yeah. Like, I think when he pulled Devon, he was 140 kilos, something like that. Like, big. Um, this would never happen if Engin Terzi was calling everyone an enemy of the sport. We need technical audio shows like we can expect from East versus West. The audio will be fine. It will be better than ever. You know, I'm now the sound guy, guys. You know. Yeah. I'm with Ryan, Bull Bellinger. Yeah, left live chat, but you never know. Okay, that cup matches your shirt. Stop rocking shirt. Brandy couldn't move Devon. Star Bowden, wild man. uh, I did talk with Ian Carnegie about MAC Major Armwrestling Championships and like his tables and everything. He said he went to practice with Devon, and he said Pork Chop was trying to pull Devon with two arms and he couldn't. So, who you rooting for in Brad versus Bacho? Man, what is call one yours? I don't know. What's your obsession with Engen? You know, does current year Engen can beat current year Joseph Love? Like, what is your obsession with Engen? Man, like, it's not even the conversation we're having. Will we see Vrej anytime soon again in East or West? Like, I really don't know. I'm not doing any matchmaking, and it's all up to Engen. So Engen chooses the matches and everything. So most of the time, I don't even know who's going to pull, only when announced. So sometimes we'll have a talks, and sometimes you know this match is going to happen, right? It's coming, but yeah. Mm, mm, mm. I think it's over for Gennady. Yeah, I had Devon as a favorite, but he looks bigger than ever, and most likely, it's so weird to say always like, oh, I never felt stronger, but could be. He doesn't really get much injuries or get injured. Mm. Yeah, Bogdan. Listen, what a legend Bogdan is, and wait, guys, till you see, he can pull. Like he can pull. Uh, uh, just yeah, I think big things are coming for him. Like big things are coming for Bogdan Stoika. His match was Merlot. I was like, dude, like what is happening? First two rounds, and then he kind of find entry to his press, and he did very very well. So yeah, very good. Like Bogdan is definitely on the rise, and again, like feels like the guy has been pulling for forever or very young in the sport. He's 41. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. The man Pradeep. I had one problem with Odin except Pradeep. I go straight. Hi guys, everyone who's joining. Most likely you have to go to the start to see what I talked about. I don't want to go back and talk about it. Go check out Tom Holland's video. Yeah. I was gonna do a few different things, but I was gonna go and through comment section and check out some videos and check out the comments, because sometimes people will leave the comments, and I always want to make videos and just respond to them, but it's most of the time just so silly that it, like, dude, come on. Yeah. Yeah. And we talked with Devin about Mike going too hard in training, and again today's like PRs, 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 PRs. So he's wild. He's really wild. You know, you no longer with that cup. You no longer Ray, more like Rayana. Can I? I think I can. So some people are joining up. Yeah. What else I wanted? Like, how you guys feel about Auden versus Top Roll King? You have to understand it's not on regular tables; it's on Mac tables, so it will be a little bit different. The strap will be 100%. That's how I feel. That's what Ian Carnegie told me. It's very hard to have really good hand control and just manipulate because of how much freedom you have there. So yeah, is like they when Top Roll King was there, I asked him like what happened with Auden, and he said like at the start I got him, and of course like it was easy, and then he said like I pulled a little bit, did this, and he said afterwards I couldn't do nothing to him. So but fresh for fresh, maybe we'll see really big Top Roll King, right? So that would be interesting. Shouldn't be pulling guys that are like 190 pounds. Yeah, he definitely should be pulling 200 kilo guys, 200 like his weight, like or whatever the weight class is. But if the both guys agreed, why not? Why not? Auden, he has a lot of last names, so there's a lot of eyes on him, and I think it definitely at this point will definitely even help Top Roll King if he can do good. He doesn't get decimated. How different are the tables? Pretty different. Let me check if I can find a video and just put it up, and so you can see. It's pretty cool. Where is it? Okay, there was a great match between John Terrian and Brendan Elsesser. And okay, so can I do this? Give me a second. Share screen. So this is how the table looks like. If you can see it. So it's, first of all, like he said, it's a thing that I didn't notice, like there's no sharp edges. He's like, why there should be so sharp edges? Because all the time you're going to pull, if I'm pulling with my left and I'm pulling really close, this will be bruised. And he's like, why? And I was like, yes. So the other thing, the pads are just lower. I forgot how low they are, but they're just low, like the middle of, this is where you arm wrestle. So the pads, elbow pads are lower. There's a little bit different rules, but you just arm wrestle on that. If you guys want to see a little bit from the match, I can put a little bit up. You haven't seen it. Like John and Brendan pulled like a really good match there. Okay, where we can find something like this. Okay. So you just have to, like, there's much more movement, but for both guys, much more movement. You can go change positions. You can. And there's like a foul system that is a little bit different. And this match was so crazy because it went back and forth. And at the end, Brandon was top rolling John, which was really crazy. And John, even without the hand, he won this match. It was a big win in my opinion. Yeah, like very interesting concept, different. And like Ian told me, it's a whole different sport. And I did an interview with him. We'll release it a little bit later. But yeah, it's like a completely uh, different sport. Like feels like it's a subsection of arm wrestling, but it's not like arm wrestling on WAF table like we usually do, or the classic one. So that is pretty cool in my opinion. Like just something different. Why not? Why not? So I'll be very interested to see how that match goes. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying it's worse. I really like arm wrestling how it is, but I looked at it and I thought like it is. If it's not interesting, I don't know what it is. And I think they also spend a lot of time trying to figuring out how to do it right, how to put everything there, and yeah. Jan is to pull next East versus Western States. I don't know, maybe. So Jan is doing really good, like really good on his arm. He competed a previous weekend in Lithuania. I didn't go for a tournament. He went there, won the class, did very well in overalls. Like I think I got fourth place, beat some super heavyweights there. So I think his elbow is doing really, really well. And he's always in shape and never stopped training. It was just like taking a little time, allowing his arm to a little bit recover. And yeah, I feel like there's a good match. And I think if there's a lot of Americans Jans could pull, that could be a really good match. So hopefully, yeah. How on earth you call elbows? So they have like the space and they don't call the bobbles. They say just there's no microphones, nothing. Anything doesn't come up, it's not a foul. So if there's a big jump, they're gonna stop it in the foul. And they say matches really fast, the setups are really fast. There's no nothing. So interesting, interesting. Yeah. Um, yeah. What am I missing here? Okay, yeah. The pad being all the way back allows the humorist to use the edge of the pad. The physics of the games are adjusted here. What are the rules on King's Move? I think the rules are the same, but you can't even have this much because like the pads are at least inch or two higher, so you get pinned faster. Like you get pinned much faster, so they don't allow those things. Uh, yeah, what I heard, like Auden has one at his home, so it will be a different style of arm wrestling for sure, and I'm interested to see how they do versus Top Roll King. John was also lighter than Assessor. Yes, yes. They both agreed to a weight. John couldn't get up to that weight. You know, when Giannis versus King George. I would love to see that. Yes, why not? Anyway, guys, it's almost 1 a.m. I think I'm gonna end this. It was a crazy. Just I wanted to talk about this. Robert Gold, thank you, sir. I pulled on that table to practice in Rochester, New York, and personally, I didn't feel like it was extremely different. As I got used to it quickly, enjoyed pulling on it. Prefer old style still. Interesting. What's Kingsmore? Where are those tables used? Right now, just for Mac. Just for Mac. Anyway, guys, we'll do some more live streams. I have planned if nothing changes tomorrow, Friday, and maybe even Saturday, I guess. So yeah, and I can't wait for East versus West. I can't wait for East versus West. Yeah. Okay, guys. Good night. Stay strong. Love arm wrestling.
Ja, nichts besser. Das ist eingehen. Ja, nicht mit Medien.